Oh, good, we're live. All right, this is going to be a quick, short video. Today on CNBC, or maybe yesterday, they said that Trump basically has China by the short hairs in this trade war. Our GDP is just over 21 trillion. Theirs is just over 15 trillion. We can absorb a trade war a lot easier than they can, especially since, and this is the neat part, a lot of the suppliers are leaving China to avoid the tariffs. Trump's genius. And we are 20%, 20% of the world, almost 20% of the world GDP. We can absorb a trade war, people. China can't. Because while manufacturing's moving out of China to avoid tariffs that Trump put on them, manufacturing's moving in here, which is only going to make our GDP go up. You know what? Real quick, I'm going to try and explain, as I understand, what Trump's going for here. He's going for a growth rate between 3.5% and 4.5%. Your sweet spot is between 4 and 4.5%. Above 4.5%, the Fed starts raising the interest rate to keep inflation down. Between 3.5% and 4.5%, but especially in that 4 to 4.5% range, you're at a sweet spot where growth is such that revenues coming into the government have increased so much that you can change the spending of the government. Now, here's the problem with government spending, especially when your government is ours and so much spending happens. If we cut spending, it actually will have a negative effect on the GDP. That's not a good thing. And a lot of our spending is mandatory. It's been written up. It's mandatory. You can't get away from it. But there's a lot of spending that's discretionary, right? And that discretionary spending is a lot of it's in government agencies. And see, once you get the growth going between 3.5% and 4.5%, preferably for like a couple of quarters, it seems, you can start moving that spending from those agencies that you really don't need. We can cut a lot of the agencies. National education, gone. A bunch of other ones, shut down. Do we really need studies on shrimp running on treadmill and the drinking habits of Chinese prostitutes? I don't think so. Nobody really cares, except the guy picking up the tab, how much a Chinese whore drinks. But once you get that spending or that growth level consistent in there, you could cut spending to those departments that aren't mandatory and move it over into the number one thing that has the greatest ROI, the greatest return on investment, the quickest return on investment in the terms of jobs created and money taxes paid. And that category is infrastructure. Ports, airports, interstate highway, border security, and yeah, that would be it. That would pretty much be it. So once you move the money from those government agencies that we really don't need, another one that can go, energy, Department of Energy, right out. Once we take the money out of there and put it into infrastructure, you don't lose any of the GDP, and you see the GDP grow even more, and tax revenue grow even more. And you haven't actually cut spending, but you've grown revenue. Because we do need to cut spending, and it's going to be painful. Going to be painful. But when we cut spending, we pay off the debt. That's where we get the plus minus in that scenario. Or seems to me from a crash course in economics. The problem at that point is our unemployment's so friggin' low that we don't really have anyone that'll take up the jobs or the infrastructure, or so the thinking goes, but so the thinking is wrong. You know who will take those higher paying jobs? Probably a lot of them union in building infrastructure. A lot of the young bucks that are sitting down there working at Verizon and T-Mobile and everywhere else that would like to make more than minimum wage. Just saying. I kind of can see Trump's economic plan. But here's the catch. The catch is he can't do it without Congress. Congress is and has been the problem. The fact that the last 4 presidents have simply gone along with Congress, with the left and the right that acts like the left. The fact that the presidents have done that is not a good thing. Congress is the problem. You want to fix this country? Change Congress. Change the Senate. Put it in the hands of people that are committed to the ideal of liberty and America first. Just some thoughts from your old Uncle Kinder. What? Oh, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell and all that other stuff and share this video. Thanks.